What up, what up? It's your boy Mike Rashid.
And it's Simeon Panda here. What's good?
Lions, owls, and elephants.
Episode 2.
All right, Sim. We was talking about a whole bunch of shit. Let's just keep that shit rolling. So everybody out there, we're talking about artificial intelligence. And Sim said if they have free reign, they can annihilate us. I'm like, why would they do that?
And the reason why I said they could do that is machines, AI, it's all about efficiency. Mm-hmm. So it would all come down to, do we need humans? What is the best way and the quickest way and the most efficient way of getting to whatever goal? And if that didn't include us.
But are they all about efficiency? Or are they all about what we program them to do?
Yeah, but that's where you put that clause. I'm saying,
sign a contract.
Yeah, no. Like, obviously, I'm saying if they have free reign, so they are created, right. AI, good to go, learn as much as you can, do your own thing.
Right.
That's when I'm saying it would probably come to a point where they think, well, the humans don't really do much for us anymore. This is depending on what they have at their disposal.
Okay, but that's assuming that they have a kind of reward, like a reward sensor in their makeup. Because why would they care? Think about it. At the end of the day, it's a machine, right? It's not a person with feelings. We care about, like, if we're at a job and the fucking boss is mean as fuck, yeah, I don't want to work there. Or if they're cool, give us bonuses, yo, okay, it's making me feel good, my emotions. Machine don't have an emotion, so why would he?
But when you say machine, I'm not thinking of a machine that is made for a business to work. I'm talking about these guys that are making robots, trying as hard as they can to get them to be as human as possible.
But you got to remember, bro, they're making them like that to help us, to serve us. That's what they're making them for. Whether it be military, whether it be maids, whether it be, because think about it, are they making? Why would because the driving factor for human beings, for life in general, is to continue pass on your genes, is to keep living, right?
Yeah.
So why would anybody create something to wipe us out, like intentionally?
No, I don't think anyone would do that intentionally, but I think that there was probably some people that are fascinated with what they can do. People are always fascinated of how far can I take this?
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't think it's all genuine, I want to help the world. Some of it is, how far can I take this?
It might be like, yeah, but it ain't to annihilate our race.
No, of course not.
You know?
No, I never said that. No, it's never that. But it's just, there's definitely some scientists out there that are probably like, I want to see how smart we can make an artificial being.
Yeah, for sure.
And I want to see it. Like,
that's
the purpose.
I do think we can fuck up. I think we can fuck up, but I wouldn't be giving them too much power. I put some kind of firewalls or some kind of clause, as you said, they can't go past this or do that. Or
that would be the sensible thing.
Have a fucking kill switch.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That would be the sensible thing.
Kill switch, baby. We're gonna have a kill switch. We gotta. But if something is created, this is the thing. Let me adjust myself right here real quick. This is the thing. If it's inevitable, I feel like the next cataclysmic event that will potentially wipe out humanity is going to be at our hands. You know what I'm saying? Human beings are too fucking ambitious. You got a bomb, I'm going to make a bigger bomb. We have atomic bombs. We have nuclear weapons right now, right? It's crazy how amazing nuclear energy is, and we're not using it for anything that I know of, anything productive. We're using it, harnessing it to destroy. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get to a point to where we're going to fucking press a button and, all right, this is going to fix everything or whatever. And then that's it. And think about this, bro. Think about this. Yeah. This huge fucking universe. Are you familiar with Fermi Paradox?
No.
All right. So Fermi Paradox, it talks about, like, I'm going to fucking butcher this shit, but in our galaxy, not even the universe, just in our galaxy, right? So a bunch of solar systems like ours, there's like billions of solar systems, billions of stars. And then if you take 0.1% of what's out there of stars similar to our sun and planets similar to the Earth that's in that can cultivate life as we know it.
Okay.
There's at least 1 million planets.
Okay.
At least 1 million planets in our galaxy where we can live on, where life as we know it can live on.
Okay.
Now, the universe, 14 billion years old, as far as they know, or whatever. Earth's billions of years old. So there's probably planets that's been there longer than us, whatever. So there's chances that there's been life as we know it, maybe some variations in other places that's come and gone, civilizations that's come and gone. Because think about it, our time on Earth is the shortest of any fucking organism. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. Yeah.
We've been here like that.
Yeah.
But with our minds, we've created so much crazy shit, and we create it at a faster rate as time goes on, as we get wiser, right?
Yeah.
So what if this has happened before and motherfuckers press that button? We have no knowledge of it because they wiped it all out. That would happen here. Look, the planet Earth, if humans stopped existing right now, we all just drop dead, right? The Earth would take itself back in like 100, 200 years.
Yep.
You have no record. You would moss and fucking everything will grow over this shit. The Earth would take itself back. You would know that we were here. You know what I mean?
It would stay. No, you still have to be under. But
yeah, but I'm just saying it would. The Earth can do a good. It would take more than a few hundred years for life to start developing again.
Sure.
Intelligent life. It takes millions of years probably. So chances are it'll take a long time before people start finding this. Or what if it just like fuck it, it's gonna populate somewhere else, another planet. But I'm just saying, I feel like we don't know about any life. As far as we know, we're it. Probability wise,
do you think that that's?
I don't know. I think that, you know, according to the science that we know, it's very possible for there to be life out there with the universe being so vast.
Yeah, I agree.
However, we just don't know yet now. But I do think that it could be in waves. Like we can't find any aliens. Well, maybe they fucking existed 1 million years ago. Now it's our turn. When we get wiped out, because we're gonna wipe ourselves out, shit might spark an intelligent life form somewhere else, and they explore, and it's empty.
I don't get the whole you know, when people say they think they saw a UFO and all that shit. Like for me personally, I think that yes, there could be life somewhere else.
Yeah.
But that stuff about seeing the freaking flying saucer is bullshit. It's like there's no. Why would they? Hover around for 2 minutes and bounce. What's the point?
But that's the thing. They are seeing UFOs. People think UFO is alien.
Oh no, it's just like,
you know,
it's what it is.
You just don't know what it is.
Unidentified
it literally is.
Yeah.
I saw one bro one time. I was like, that's it. You couldn't tell me different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I saw. I saw a light like this. It's at night.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'm driving like, oh shit. I hurry up and pull over. Next time I look up there, it's like green. Unnatural looking gassy color in the sky, in the night sky. I wasn't the only person that seen it. Come to find out, it was test missiles over some desert.
Oh snap!
It makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was moving in a way that didn't look natural.
Yeah.
And then the gas just looked like, yo, it's some fucking UFO shit. But people automatically, and then listen, in science, the most bullshit way of proving things is eyewitness. They don't accept that. They need hard evidence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy that in court, an eyewitness will put somebody in prison for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Because people remember things how they fucking want to remember it. It's not factual. Yeah. It can be seasoned with all kind of things.
And bias adds to it.
Exactly.
Well. Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
So if somebody want to be the one to have seen a UFO, that motherfucker think he saw a UFO and an alien grabbed him and probed him. And that's another thing. They put these things in your head. Oh, they probe you. Like, so everybody gets probed now. Like, probed, get the fuck out. Listen, it's funny. This is the thing that people don't think about. So, you know, it's been, you know, lots of years that people have been claiming to see UFOs and shit, right? Bigfoot, all of that shit. Now, you would think with the advent of fucking camera phones, okay, y'all seeing this shit.
Capture that.
We see police shooting people. We see people falling off buildings. You see the craziest shit. Why we ain't seen no UFOs?
Yeah, sure.
Y'all still claiming it's out there.
Yeah.
So I feel like, listen, I'm not closed-minded. It would be fascinating to know that there's life besides us, and I would want to know about it. But if you ain't no video, it didn't happen, Fleur. You know what I'm saying? Just like that PR, baby. Oh yeah, I used to hit 405. Like, let's see it.
Oh shit.
Yo, so Sim,
Yeah.
it's the end of the year, man.
Yeah.
How was your year?
Fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. But
What were some of the highlights?
what's the highlights?
What's some of the highlights and some of the down points?
Okay. First things I can think of for highlights is I think I did like 4 magazine covers this year.
Dope.
You know, which is absolutely crazy, man. I actually put a post out of a Muscle and Fitness magazine, several of them that I used to read back in 2013. I laid them out and I said, I'm going to be on the front cover of one of these mags. Like, and I remember when I said it, it was like, at that time I was still doing my 9 to 5 and like there was nothing in plan, like there was no steps that was going to lead to it where I was saying, I'm going to get it because of this. But I knew that the efforts I was putting in my training, because back then, even now still, but back then I just had this attitude with my training that I'm gonna just kill it. I'm gonna be the best. Not necessarily be the best, you know, like going on the stage and beating someone. I'm gonna be the best. Like, I'm gonna do the best I can to just like build my body. You know, so I was just, you know, loving my training, and I thought I'm gonna be on the front cover of this. And I said it, I posted it. And then this year, it came to pass. You know, I managed to, like, and what I'm trying to get to is there was no connection. There was no, oh, I'm gonna get this because I'm gonna do this, and this. It was no, like.
But see, this is what happened though. All right, so people, you know, that movie The Secret came out, and everybody like, okay, I just gotta think of it, and it's gonna happen. Like, no, that's not how it happens. This is what happens. Okay, you gotta think of it, of course. It's gotta be a fucking idea or a concept. But you got to take steps towards that shit. Like, I'm not religious, but when people pray, it's not like you just pray and it just magically happens. Typically, if you pray for something, you might be doing things to get it as well. So that, The Secret or whatever, is the same. But what have you been doing all these years? You've been super consistent with your training, 100%. With social media, all of this shit. So you took the steps. Ladies and boys and girls, this is a perfect example of how to get shit done. You took this, you visualized something, you wanted to do it, and you kept doing everything consistent with being in that position.
Consistency is something that I always tell people about, man. No matter who it is, when they ask, like, what's the one thing, and I don't care if I sound repetitive when I say it, consistency, man, because I've seen what it can do, and it works with pretty much any goal. Like, stay consistent, stay strong in what you're doing. As long as you've got the self-belief with it and you're working towards it, the consistency is going to hold you, because if you're not consistent, then you kind of like, you might. Have you ever seen that I don't know if it's a meme or what to call it, but of the guy digging?
Yep. And then he stops right before the diamonds. Like, are you kidding me? You see what I'm talking about? I'm like, obsessive like that too.
Like you got to keep going.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because you don't even know. And and you see him and he just turns back. Like, when it was there,
that close.
It was right there.
He put in all that work. Know? My thing is, I'm putting in all this work. I'm gonna keep going. You know what I mean? But I've touched on that before. It's like when some people, I don't think that me or you or whoever else that have the success that people see are special. You know what I mean? It's simple. When you're grinding, hustling, whatever you want to call it, working towards something, you know, you're positively moving towards your goal. You know, this is the thing. You got to be very consistent, but you got to be strong too, because you can't have positive without negative. And as you're moving towards that, something, you know, I'm sure some kind of negativity has reared its ugly head in your path. And a lot of people will be that man with the axe and turn around and walk away. It's like somebody just shit on your dreams. It's easy to be like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not. It's very uncomfortable. Y'all don't believe in me or whatever. Fuck it, I'm gonna just go chill, hide out, and do my thing here, my 9 to 5 or whatever, right? Or like, fuck that. That ain't gonna stop me. It's gonna make me stronger, or I'm gonna figure out a way around it.
Straight.
Or under it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Next time that shit, it's gonna pop up again. But every time after that it pops up, the shit is easier to deal with.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I know I've dealt with a lot of fucking shit. So I'm like,
I was actually gonna get to that. That's one of the things I want to discuss today, because that's one of the things someone asked me. They said, it was like a comment on Instagram, and they said, can you talk about, can you and Mike talk about hardships, like, and how you've dealt with it? And I think we should, because from the experience I've had, when you share that, it helps people.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll get to that. But yeah, in terms of other things, like this year, I've traveled a lot, like ridiculous amount, to the point where, like this month, you can hear me coughing, I'm ill, man. And I have to put it down to the traveling, because this month has been like, I think I've had 9 international flights this month. Right. And the last one I came off, and I remember walking through the terminal, I was just like, yo, this is just me, like, talking to myself, thinking, yo, I'm effed, man. Like, I really am.
I ain't gonna make it, B.
Yeah, I just remember thinking, damn, man, like, I'm really, like, just fatigued. Yeah. Not fatigued necessarily, I want to sleep.
It's it's like your soul needs a break.
I was just like, rah, I'm out. And then I started developing a cough. Do you know what it was as well, though? I got the shock of my life when I went to Germany, having been in Dubai having been in LA, then went to Dubai, then went from Dubai back to LA, then back in LA for one day, then flew to Germany, and it's cold.
That's crazy.
And it's just the transition, like, and obviously I thought I was prepared, going, taking like I took a jacket, but it's real cold now, it's snowing now. So yeah, I've developed this cough, and I'm friggin' right now, I'm not feeling too good this week, training wise. My numbers have been like ridiculously low. But yeah, I just have to say that it probably is the traveling, and after a while I should recoup. Right. But so the traveling's been amazing. Like, I always, even though I'm saying that, it's been a lot, I can never complain. Because sure. It's a blessing to be able to go to so many countries. When I was young, we didn't go on no holidays. Zero. There was no holidays. Right. So traveling was just not anything that was on my radar. Right. And then next minute, with what I've been doing, I traveled to more countries in a year than I can remember. Like, I'll be talking to someone, or like me and Chanel will be reminiscing about something that I don't even know where we were, but we were somewhere. Did that happen in Switzerland? Did it happen in Australia or India? I don't remember. It's that many countries. So it's a blessing. It's something, that I'm very happy is taking place. But yeah, it can be.
Yeah, man, it's daunting, crazy, bro. Like, I'm with you, bro. I've done well over 100,000 miles this year. Same. Hit my executive platinum early, baby. Same. But
that email the other day, so you hit it again.
Yeah. They send you the new tags and the cars and shit. Yeah. But it still is rough, and it's on the body. Now, every year since 2015, I've lost my voice for a period of time. It happened.
I remember it happened one time. You phoned me, I was like, whoa, what
But girls like that shit. They're like, oh, I wish you would have stayed like that. I'm like, fuck. Sound like Young Jeezy. But no, it happens, man. It's something about these fucking different altitudes and all of that shit. And then it's also though too. Yeah. We're meeting a lot of people and breathing in their fucking germs.
Meeting a ridiculous amount of people. Yeah, most of the things I'm doing are expos. Exactly. I'm shaking a million hands a day, man.
That's when I feel, that's when it happens to me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're training throughout as well.
See, and this is crazy. I almost killed myself doing this.
Serious?
In 2015. This is crazy, bro. So I had developed pneumonia and had no idea. Oh, snap. I thought before that, I never got sick. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, a little cold, whatever. So I'm training. It's taking a while to go away. And I'm like, and I'm traveling. So I'm like, if I wasn't training, it would go away faster. So it's still going to go away, but it's just taking a little longer because I'm training and traveling, whatever. So that shit kept lingering. Then it was getting worse and worse. And I'm traveling. And at this point, I was training for a powerlifting meet. So I'm lifting heavy. Every time. And traveling. Yeah. So it's a whole string of videos. You hear me with no voice. You know what I'm saying? And the last time I was in Sacramento training, at super training with Mark Bell. And, when my adrenaline's going, I feel good. But when your body shut down, it shuts down. And like halfway through the workout, I'm just feeling slammed. Like I couldn't do anything. Yeah. So I finished the workout. We went to eat. Yeah. And then I just started fading, bro. Like to where I'm walking and my whole body was hurting. You know what I mean? Like as I'm walking and my shirt is touching my skin, it hurts.
Yeah.
Like, you know how the flu feel your skin, but it's that times 10.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm barely able to get into my hotel room. And then in the morning when I woke up, I took a bunch of melatonin so I could sleep. I woke up, I just throwing up, just violently. Nothing to throw up, so it's just dry heaves. So I just fucking took myself to the hospital.
Yeah.
And they fucking ran the thing on my lungs. They was like, you have so much fluid in your, pneumonia is fluid in your lungs, right? Okay. And pneumonia is one thing, ain't no fucking naturopathic shit could cure. You need penicillin. Yeah. If you don't, every day it multiplies.
Okay. Yeah.
It like, you should be dead. You have walking pneumonia. Yeah. How are you doing this? Yeah, I'm like, hey, you know, Mike Rashid, baby. I'm Mike Rashid, baby. But they put me on penicillin. Yeah. I'm talking about 2 days. I'm good.
Okay.
That shit is strong.
So good stuff.
That's some good shit. You know, and I don't really take that shit. I don't take anything. So it was strong in my system. Because a lot of people take penicillin so much that they're immune to it. You know what I mean? So.
Well, like, I don't know if they have it in the US as well, but in the UK, there's a campaign telling people not to take antibiotics for no reason. Only take it when it's prescribed and for the prescribed time, because
you get used to it
and it's not good, man. You know, so
yeah. But this year was good for me too, man. A lot of traveling, man. A lot of building. But we're talking about hardship. So I had a really tough beginning of the year. You know, as many of y'all know, may or may not know, opened my gym, my first gym opening. And it was a huge success.
I wasn't able to go to the opening because I was at another event, but I came down and the gym was dope.
It was dope, man.
It was dope.
We got that magic. It's not just the equipment. It's my thing is big on customer service. So I would always tell my employees, like, make these people feel special. And when I was in town, they see me, how I'm getting down, and it wasn't fake. It's just how I am. I'm out with the people. I'm not in my office. I'm shaking hands. I'm hopping in. Oh, motherfucker, you can do another one. Come on, pushing people. You know what I'm saying? And they love that
There's
shit.
an atmosphere in there for sure.
The vibe. That's what makes a place special. So basically, you know, I had to close the doors completely. My business partner was doing some unscrupulous things and wasn't honest to me and anyone. And you know, when his, you know, he had a big investigation going on over him for like 3 years, and you know, they even investigated me because what's my affiliation with him, you know? I'm glad they did. So all the idiots on the internet saying I do this and do that, if I did, they would know. So shut the fuck up. You know, and they seized anything that he paid for. A lot of the shit in the gym he paid for, regardless of how he got the money. And it was just such a ill vibe, and the vibe was getting really, really nasty even leading up to this, because I just wasn't feeling it. It was just, shit wasn't right. I was trying to figure out ways to get him out the business, and you know, it was just leading. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I hadn't even stopped going. Before this happened, I hadn't been to the gym in 3 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, as a matter of fact, before everything hit the fan, he was blowing my phone up like, "What's up, man? Where you at?" And I told him, I said, "I'm not feeling this shit, bro. I'm not feeling you." And he like, "What? What's up, man? I thought we were good." I said, he said, "Can we talk?" I said, "Yeah, we could talk, but in person." So I was in LA, I was in Orange County in my office. He flew out the next day and came to my office, and I'm just like, "Man, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you?" Now, he had a guy with him who's with him all the time who's supposed to be a stand-up guy. I said, "No, you come in here too." I said, "What are you, some kind of flunky? You a yes man?" He was like, "No, I ain't no fucking yes man." I said, "Well, why are you with this dude every day? Why are you allowing him to get down the way he do?" And he's like, "I try to tell him, he don't listen to me." And I'm like, "Okay." And I was just like, "Bro, like you got a wife and a son. Like, I don't even care about you. I care about your fucking kid." You know what I'm saying? we had a long talk, man. And I'm like, I just not, this shit is not cool. So he seemed like he wanted to do the right thing, but keep in mind, we don't had this talk before. You know what I mean? And shit, it was already too late because they was already on him and on their way to get him, and they got him. But anyway, I had to close. I could have reopened in the same building, but the vibe, I just didn't want to be in that energy. That it was just a dark energy. You know what I'm saying? At one point, and I didn't even want to be in there. There are plans to reopen in the area.
Still in Miami?
Yeah, in Miami. But I might do something here and in Arizona as well. But it's just not on my priority list right now. But trust me, bro, it hurt. It hurt when it happened. It crushed my soul, man. And I hid it from everybody. Everybody know how messed up I was, but I was messed up. But I was still working. Still, that's the thing. You can't just don't nobody give a fuck if my feelings is hurt. I gotta keep moving. You know what I mean? So, and this is the thing, bro. Because I had no intentions on opening a gym with anybody. Yeah. Right. When I was gonna first do it, and he got wind that I was gonna open a gym out there, and he was like, "Let me do it with you. We can do it big. Do it like this." I'm like, huh. And I didn't know. I thought he was a straight laced dude. I thought he was a legit guy at the time, but he wasn't like me and you, like one of my homies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, if we do a gym, it's got to be like this. And I wrote out like just bullet points, all in benefit of me. And he was like, okay. And it's like, that's too easy. And the lesson that I learned is there's nothing that I've obtained that came easy. Yeah. So why in the fuck do I think that will come easy? You know what I'm saying? Sure. So that's my fault. No, listen, easy come, easy go. If it seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true.
9 times out of 10.
That shit is real.
9 times out of 10.
That shit is real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And plus, it never really felt, my affiliation with him never felt 100. Like, yep, this is like total trust. Like, yeah, we good. We're gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? There was times leading up to it that I was just feeling a certain way about him and his energy and how he moved, to where I wanted, even right before the grand opening, that I wanted to like, nah, we can't do this. I don't want to give you this. This is too special. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, about in terms of him, I really think that he has something going on in his heart that is not good. And I really hope, and I mean this with all sincerity, that he can figure out what it is, fix it, because he has a beautiful wife, he has a beautiful son, he has a mother that loves him, you know what I mean? And people don't realize the shit that you do affects nice people that love you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even when you do grimy shit, they still love you. So for his son's sake, for his wife's sake, I really hope that, he can get better. Sure. You know what I mean? And that's really, he put me at jeopardy. He embarrassed, a lot of public humiliation, but I'm not angry at him. I just wish that he gets well. You know what I mean? Sure. And sometimes being incarcerated, being separated from everybody, sitting still, sometimes you have that clarity to see what you were doing, what you've been doing, and the path that you were on, et cetera, so on and so forth. So, hopefully he can learn from that. You know what I mean? Another thing I also dealt with, he was reaching out to like internet trolls and shit like that to try to, because I didn't want to help him, to try to throw me under the bus. And I'm like, I never acknowledged any of them people. Yeah. People would tell me, I'm like, that's unfortunate that people's lives are so boring. They gotta make videos about other people. So crazy. I saw several. Yeah, and it's like, I won't even give it the time of day. People the time of day. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of miserable people with nothing going on in their lives, and that's unfortunate, because I could never in a million years make a video or produce content about people that I don't know. I don't know facts. I've never understood it. Even if I did know, I'm not doing that. I've never understood that whole. There's a whole pool of people that do that, and it's like,
who are your friends, man? Because
I think about that all the time. Who's your girlfriend?
Yeah, yeah.
What does your girl think about you?
Because for you to do that, and then you've got friends that know that you do that.
Yeah.
Like you're all cool with this guy's whole channel being about negative things for other people. Like, is it like I don't get like how you can be friends with someone like that? Because I don't know any friends like that. Right. If I had a friend like that, I'd be like, yo, what you doing, man?
Listen, and I know people, I've had people that were kind of like a friend.
Yeah.
And I've fucking addressed them and we're not friends anymore because they want to listen. It was a guy, he was fucking negative about girls and fucking, I'm like, bro, why are you doing that? Like, what's it to you what they do? Who cares? Right? Like, you're right. This motherfucker told me out of his mouth. Yeah. This, this ain't me, man. This is a persona I'm doing for social media. I said, that's not cool. That's not a good way to bring people in. And he changed for a hot second, then he went back and he's going worse now. And I'm like, I don't got no fucking time for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this. I can't be around people. This is my thing, bro. I'm a fucking confident person. You know what I'm saying? And these people, whether they do a video about me, you, whoever, what I have, what makes me laugh at the end of the day or smile or gives me comfort is the fact that these people in my presence would be bowing down.
I've seen it.
They will be bowing down.
I've seen it.
You know what I mean?
I've met people that have done videos about me, and I always say to whoever I'm with, I'm like, that's the person. Like, but look at them. They're cowering right now. Their heads down. They don't even want to acknowledge my presence. Like if I go up to them, they're going to be shivering. Like,
or they're going to shake your hand. They're going to try to shake your hand.
Or they're going to try and be a fan.
Bro, it's happened to me. It's happened to me
as well.
There's a guy that he went hard, right? I said, I hope that you're this tough the next time I see you.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a threat? That's the first thing they go through. I said, take it how you want to.
Yeah.
And I wasn't threatening him. I just said, I hope you're that tough.
Yeah.
And then I seen the guy. You know what he did?
Come shake your hand.
Oh, what's up, bro?
What are you doing?
I'm like,
what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Nah, did you forget? So it's just this social media world, fitness. I mean, I'm sure it's like this across the board, man. It's very interesting.
But I'm sure they'll probably say, it's just business. It's not. It's banter. It's not real.
People can say it's just business all they want. Business and life is all the same. It's all intertwined. How is it not?
I've always conducted myself online the same way I do in person. So you won't see me talking to you. You won't see me talking to you in a certain way on Instagram or Facebook. And I wouldn't do that in person. Right. I wouldn't insult a person.
Right.
I wouldn't, there's things that I just wouldn't do online that I wouldn't do in person. Right. For me, it's one of the same. There's no freaking difference.
I agree.
I've not understood that. Some people, as soon as it gets online, they're the big bad wolf. Yeah, and then in real life,
I posted about that yesterday. Man.
I don't get it.
It's people who it's like you're so tough, and they're so tough. They know it all. They just got life figured out, and I'm just like, it's just. And I tell people like, listen, take all of the shit with a grain of salt. Even what I say. Learn on your own. Figure, because that's the best advice you could give people is for them to get out there, live life, get dirty, fucking get the bumps and bruises on your own. I can't give you no fucking blueprint. Sim can't give you a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I'm just going off of my experience. I ain't never had no fucking blueprint. And yeah, people said, hey, try this, try that. Don't nothing work, but what I try and figure out on my own. Maybe one little thing, one element you said I can mix with this kind of this and that kind of, yo, here we go again.
Ghosts.
Here we go again.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, I think so.
The button. There we go.
Cool. We still rolling? All right. Yeah, that's the best piece of advice is just fucking live life and experience shit and figure it out. You know what I mean? But this year was a good year. I mean, yeah, so I had one little setback, but I had, fucking numerous victories and things that are still going. And I planted a lot of seeds, man. I'm all about planting seeds for the future, putting it, people are, they're so interested in just, if I do this now, what do I get out of it? And like, nah, you got to put them seeds, fertilize that shit, cultivate it, and it'll grow. It might take a year, So, because 2015, I had a I made a shit ton of money. And that was kind of a bad thing because it made me relaxed in 2016.
Can't get complacent, man.
Yeah, so 2017, I've been on my fucking grind. You know what I'm saying? So I'll never get relaxed again.
Always,
you know
for me, I always move the goalposts. Like I always, I like if I achieve a target, that's fine. I'm going to celebrate for a minute, and then it's okay. So what's the next one?
Right.
Like how far can we push it now? Like let's set the new target.
Yeah.
And this is like, don't even be satisfied again with that.
Yeah,
you have to hit this now.
See now, like I can't. Like I don't even celebrate, bro. I'll be like, man, fuck it.
No, you go, man. No,
but you know,
a little. It's like a little. It's an acknowledgement. It's not necessarily a celebration, but it's acknowledgement. I did that. Cool. Yes. Cool. You know. Yeah. I'm doing good. And then set the next one.
I just keep saying, like, I keep certain people in my targets and my crosshairs that's fucking ultra killing it.
Yeah,
so it just keeps me.
That's a mistake for me personally. It's not a mistake actually.
With me, it just keeps me like when people think I've done something great, I'm like, that's nothing.
Because X, Y, and Z did this. Nah, it's got to still be your own personal progression, man. Because you got to remember,
I recognize it.
Yeah.
But I feel like me personally, I don't ever want to get soft as shit. You know what I'm saying? So it just keep me in that fucking gold mines. I know that I'm a realist, man, and I know that at a certain point I'm gonna have to fucking calm down, slow my roll. But until then, I'm fucking both guns blazing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to take a professional boxing match in February. For those who don't know, I'm gonna say it here first. I'm actually gonna do a video announcing it in the proper way. But shit, we on the podcast, baby. February 24th in Atlantic City. Your boy Mike Rashid King will be whooping some ass royally. And not only am I fighting my first pro fight, I am also the co-promoter. I'm promoting my own fight.
Awesome.
So, you know,
I'm gonna be there.
Gotta take boss moves. My boy gonna be there.
100%.
Gotta take anything. If y'all, one thing y'all notice about me, when I do something, I don't just do it. I gotta fucking do it. So, you gonna fight? Why don't I promote it? Why don't I put on the event as well? You know. So that's something, a new venture that I'm getting into that I'm excited about. You know, I can do it. Fuck it. You know, I ain't gonna lie. When I got the date, it was kind of scary.
I can imagine, man.
I'm driven by that fear.
Do you know who the opponent is?
We got a couple guys. We got to work out the right deal. Since I am promoting it, I gotta pay these guys, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, it's a little process. The business side got to be done now. So, and that's shit. After this, I got to handle some of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got an email full of fucking paperwork and contracts and shit. But it's exciting, man, getting to experience this side of the game. You know, me being, you know, when I was younger, an amateur boxer, and then stopping and then being a ultra fan. And I'm like, man, fuck it, I got to do it. I got to hop up in there, you know? So, you know, will I do another fight after this? Maybe not, you know, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it all I got, and you know, I'm gonna train my ass off these next two months. Yeah, and go in there and just try to put on a show. Like I wanna. People don't know your boy got skills. You know what I'm saying?
If they're watching, they should know.
They don't really know though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they'll see. It's highlighted in the ring. You know, all the work is done in the gym. You know, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be it's an undertaking. And I'm gonna tell you, man, like it's hard for me. Like the training is hard. You know what I mean? It's very hard because I'm so far removed from that type of training, that endurance. I'm so much heavier.
How do you mix the boxing and the weight training? What's the schedule?
The weight training is is not a priority at all, honestly. You know, I was getting a little bit discouraged with getting a legit opponent and date and venue and everything. So I was starting to think maybe this fight is not going to happen. So I started lifting a little more. Okay. But fuck, I shouldn't have did that because when I got the date, I'm like, fuck, let me get back on my shit. And you know, my body take to lifting. It's just used to it. So that first day back training, man, my shoulders was on fire. You know what I mean? So it's not much of a priority. So what I have been doing though was I've been squatting, hitting legs often, like twice a week, right? However, I haven't trained legs in 2 weeks because I pulled a hamstring sprinting.
Yeah. You said.
But I'll be back running in the next couple of days. But that's something that I've been doing consistent. But upper body has just been, maybe 2 days a week, maybe.
Because I recently started taking Krav Maga lessons. Yeah.
Okay.
And I haven't switched up my training yet.
Okay.
So it's literally, I train 7 dadays. I'll do
the
Krav Maga.
Is it kicking? Is it punching?
It's like the most violent-ish I've seen, man. Because it's not about, most of the martial arts are a discipline in regards to, I don't know, when they're doing a competition, there's a strike.
Yeah.
Krav Maga is about disabling your opponent.
Right.
So, it's about, hit them in the knee to break the knee. Yeah. It's about like really damaging someone. Right. It's all completely like that. So, but I haven't switched up my training. So I've been doing my normal 7 days, but doing the Krav Maga in the mornings.
That's good.
And it is, but look at me, man.
As long as you can handle it.
I'm worse for wear right now. Like I'm not feeling
How
good.
long have you been doing Krav Maga?
Just 1 week. But it's the same week that I come back from all the traveling.
You just haven't adjusted to it yet. Especially when you get back. When you get back, you're gonna be fine, bro. That's
you know. But I still feel like I'm gonna have to adjust.
Well, boxing though is not good to be super tight and much. And with boxing anyway, you gotta be loose. Krav Maga, you'll see it too. Any kind of combat, because the power is not. It's a different type of power.
I've already seen it
from relax.
I've already seen it, and when we're practicing, I've already seen it. That I might not
I'm
be
gonna
as
tell you
nimble
this.
as I
Try
should
this.
be. Yeah.
While you're doing Krav Maga, chew gum.
Oh yeah.
Chewing gum, it takes your mind off of.
Okay.
You don't have the anxiety.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of high level athletes chewing gum while they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
It relaxes you. You can't explode from tenseness. You know what I mean? So one of my favorite books is Tao Te Ching, and he talks about Lao Tzu, and he gives a lot of references to like strength coming from weakness or just being subtle is being strong. You know what I mean? So you gotta be calm, relaxed, and being super tight all the time. It doesn't help. I know with boxing it doesn't help at all. I'll admit that. But the strength factor, the more so when I first started back the boxing training a few months ago, fucking stiff as shit. I laid off the weights and just put my body through these movements a lot and stretching and yoga. I fell off of yoga too. I'm about to get back on it. All of that stuff is getting me back into like boxer's movement, right? I may not be as fluid, but it's getting there. The strength component is a huge bonus because I'm touching guys with shit that I don't think is hard. It's hurting people. Like guys are telling, and I'm not even going hard with some of these guys, and they're telling like, "Yo, that shit hurt." Well, when you did this, I'm like, "Damn, really?" And I'm seeing the impact. And then guys my weight look a lot different. You know what I'm saying? I look bigger than everybody close to my weight, and I'm so much stronger. Just nudging them, just little, keep you in the corner. Just so the strength does help. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta let all of this hypertrophy go. I gotta just calm it down. You know what I mean? But after the fight, though, I need to go hard because my birthday coming right after that.
Snap.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I ain't wearing no shirts for the whole month of March.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So nowhere. I'm be in the airport. Yeah. No shirt. I don't give a fuck.
See how far you get, man.
It's gonna work out because they're gonna be in awe. They're like, wow. Nah, they're gonna kick me out of that motherfucker.
It's something I feel like I gotta talk about because it's actually still playing on my mind from last night. So I'm not putting down like when I say these things about LA or the US in general, it's not me putting it down, it's a comparison. I'm from the UK, born and raised, so things are different. So people are gonna want to know what those differences are.
Right.
So I went to eat with Chanel last night.
With the red dress.
Yeah, it was a stunning dress, man. But I'm not going to name the restaurant because what I'm going to say about the food isn't specific to that restaurant.
Right.
It's in general.
Yeah.
So, but the salt content in my food last night, like I think I'm even still feeling it now. This was a next level of sodium in the food.
You are aware that over 50% of Americans are obese.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say that because I read a stat that 90% of Americans have excess sodium in their diet.
Yeah, but over 50% are obese, not overweight, but obese.
Yeah, sure.
So it
I understand, but like
it's a
what
fact.
happened
This
yesterday,
is a fat country.
What happened yesterday with my food was shocking in terms of it was almost inedible. In fact, one of the meals came and it was inedible. I had to send it back. And I said, look, man, just scrap the salt.
Right.
And then it came back just bare, which was fine because I'm cool with that. I don't really cook with salt and stuff like that. But Chanel and I ate the food, which we shouldn't have, because we were really hungry and we were like, this is really salty, but we carried on eating it. After two starters, like I was feeling sick. We had to send back our wine because we couldn't eat it because our mouth was just like numb from salt. Like it was just, and it's come to a head now because everything, like I read labels. When I go shopping, I read labels, and you know, the sodium content in the food here is crazy.
That's just how it is here, right?
I know, but it's crazy. And it's not good, man.
Since you don't use salt.
I'm more sensitive to it, of course, because I don't even have it in the house. But it was like, I couldn't believe it, man.
You know, it's funny because growing up, we didn't do salt. We did, and if we did, we had to pour some in our hand, pinch it, and that's all we can get. So it's me, you know, it was new to me as an adult. It's like when I was getting to a little sodium. But growing up, my pops wasn't with that shit.
The thing is, how does anyone avoid it? Because like I'm saying, I read the labels, and on the labels, you will see that literally everything is everything you buy. So whether you're buying butter, whether you're buying a sausage, whether you're buying anything, it's just exceptionally high.
Right.
So you can't avoid it. So everyone is now accustomed to it. So if you got a meal that didn't have that excess amount of salt, you're probably like, yo, this is lacking. Can I get some salt? When really, that's a fresh meal right there without the excess. You know, but I feel like I need to address it because it is a big deal.
Give me some salt, give me some soy sauce, give me some hot sauce.
Do you know what? Do you know what's funny? One of the first times back, Chanel cooked for me like a couple years ago. Because we don't cook with salt in the house. She likes soy sauce though, but that's cool. Like she likes it. She dips it like her sushi in it. Whatever.
I love soy sauce.
I don't.
Put my oatmeal, ice cream.
Not for me. But she bought fish sauce. Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
It's a common ingredient in certain meals, certain stir fries, and she made a meal for me. Meal was nice, and then you know I was going around the cupboards and I said, "Fish sauce, what's this? Let me have a read." Yo, I threw that shit straight in the bin. I threw it straight in. I've never seen a salt content so high in my life. Now, people might think I'm excessive with that, but like this is how I've maintained, you know, my health and my physique. I follow my nutrition. Like, I know exactly what I'm eating. You know, and for me, the salt content here is going to be something that I'm going to have to really stay on top of. And I've said yesterday with Shan, anytime I go to a restaurant now, we literally have to say either hold off on the salt or like just none at all, man. You know, because I can't. I feel ill from yesterday. I feel ill from yesterday.
They go hard here.
No, they really do. And the thing is, the guy that served, it wasn't a surprise to him. He didn't go, oh, he was like, yeah. He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah.
Or maybe where you went, they do a little extra.
Most probably because he knew. He knew. He felt no way about scratching it off the bill as well. He was like, yeah, maybe they went OTT today. He took the wine back. He took the starters off. He knew. It wasn't. I didn't have to prove anything. You know, he was like,
high five to him. That's what's up. He's a hell of a guy.
Yeah, it's cool, man. But
man. Listen, I don't know. I don't really go. I go out to eat. I was gonna say I don't really go out to eat much, but I do. But it's not like I'm at True Foods fucking a couple times a week and Whole Foods. That's like that's where my nourishment comes from. You know what I mean?
I've been shopping there quite frequently.
I go to the back. They make the fresh, you know, seafood back there on the grill. I have them cook it. You know, it's easy peasy. But yeah, man, that's just how it is out here, man. People flavor, and I'm gonna say this too, like. I understand why people are fat. It makes sense. Physiologically and in an evolutionary sense, it makes sense. I mean, you know, we have pleasure responses to fatty, sugary, salty food, right? So it makes sense for people to indulge in it, right? Because our bodies are conditioned to a time of not having. So, we got it, eat it all. You know what I'm saying? But we live in a time to where there's an abundance of food. It's everywhere you look, right? So that's not natural. It's not normal, but we live in that. So now people just have access to fucking 99-cent tacos or whatever.
The portion sizes over here are bigger as well.
They go hard.
That's something people might not know as well. Your portion sizes over here are a lot bigger than most European countries.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, so.
Well, when I'm traveling abroad, and I can always point out Americans. You know what I'm saying? Because Americans look softer and bigger. You know what I mean? Just chunky asses. I see the chunky asses. It is what it is. Being in Europe, you see people like, I spent some time in the Netherlands, right? A lot of time in the Netherlands and in Germany, and it'd be people smoking their asses off, right? But they're fit as can be because they're walking. They go
in the Netherlands. They cycle a lot. Amsterdam, especially.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm actually going there next week. Yeah.
They you don't like we grocery shop here, which I kind of adapted a more European style, like enough for the day. Here we fucking, because it makes sense. Like I'll get fucking 2 weeks of food and I'll eat that shit in 2 days because it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
So I don't do that shit no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My shit is very bare now. You know. And when I was there, we would go to the butcher every day to get fresh meat. You know what I'm saying? Go to the market, grocery shopping every day just for what you need that day.
Yeah.
And that was pretty dope, you know? And you walk there and put the shit on your bike. And I had a basket on my bike. Annabelle, what?
You gotta let people know you're coming, man.
Gotta let them know. But, you know, some of that, what we look at as unhealthy because they drink a lot and they smoke a lot of cigarettes, but they walk a lot and they don't overindulge in processed foods. And you know what I mean? So it's a balance. And they don't look like shit like some people here, you know what I mean? So yeah, it is a huge thing here, man. Like people I think this is a big fucking country, and it's huge pockets of places where people don't look like us. They're not fit. A lot of that people, especially in this fitness bubble, they think, oh, it's okay. Yo, it's a lot of unhealthy, fat fucking people here, man. It's fucking crazy. A lot of them, some of them in my family. I'm like, I mean, Amir and we was talking, I was, you know, low key complaining. I get to the airport, it's a row of like 6 or 7 chairs. There's only enough room for 3 people. There's 3 fat ass people. And it's like, they're spilling into the other seats. Come on, man. It's just, at this point, just stand up, walk back and forth. Burn some of that excess shit off. You know what I'm saying? And then Amir was telling me, he was on a plane one time, fucking 400-pound dude right here, 300-pound dude right here. He's in the middle. What if the person in the middle was another 300-pounder? It wouldn't have worked out.
It wouldn't have worked, yeah.
Everybody's spilling over. Yeah. Muffin top? No, you muffin seat. Just a muffin just spilling over everywhere. You know what I mean?
Well, me and Shan were on a flight, and there was a guy who he basically wasn't able to eat his meal because his you know your table that flips out. It couldn't. His belly. It wouldn't stay.
Why he could sit it on the belly?
No. It wouldn't stay straight because it was literally his belly was obstructing it, so he couldn't eat his meal. You know, when it gets to that kind of stage, you know, you might need to take action. You know, so
that's the thing. They don't. They like no, it's not happening. I heard that. I gotta look this up, but once you get to a certain point of being overweight, you have like, you know, people that are not overweight have certain sensors like, all right, I'm good, even if you stuff yourself. But some people don't. That's why they just keep fucking going.
Do you know what? That's the one thing that we all have got to remember as well, because I know it's very easy to look at them and say, you know, that if they all just overindulge, they got no discipline, etc. There are going to be some that like they might not have the same things that you have in terms of receptors. You know, it's not as easy as saying it's just a discipline thing. Because what you just said there is an actual thing. Some people might not have that full factor.
But what I'm talking about is this is something that they've abused that threshold so much they don't have it anymore. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And listen, people say fat shaming, all this shaming shit. That's a weird. I don't really know much about these terms, but it sounds kind of stupid to me. You know, if you point out that somebody's fat, you're fat. What? You got there. You got there, motherfucker. Like, I didn't do it. You know what I mean? Nobody, You know, I don't, you know, if somebody lose weight, great. You know what I mean? Great for being a normal fucking person. But I don't think you get a huge pat on the back. You that's on you. You know what I'm saying? People, this is the thing, bro. I always take it to an animalistic level. What separate or should separate us, what separates a human from an animal is, you know, the level of social intelligence and social awareness, self-awareness, things like empathy, emotional intelligence, embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Animals don't have that, right? Humans should, right? So when you sit there and eat and eat and eat and you're getting fatter and fatter and fatter, you're being an animal. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. I mean, it might be some people gonna get mad at me right now, but it tastes good, it feels good. You're gonna keep going regardless of your health, regardless of what you're doing to people around you, because you're gonna get to a point. What if you get to a point to where somebody got to fucking wipe your ass and take care of you?
But that's not fair.
The
thing is, the fat shaming part comes in to play when someone else wants to let you know that when it doesn't affect them. Now, there's situations where it does affect. What you just said about the plane, that could affect someone else's, comfort in a plane having to be. So that's a situation. Exactly. But there are situations like, let's say, for example, if I was an overweight guy that posted on Instagram just a regular picture in a t-shirt that has nothing to do with food or anything like that, and someone wants to come and talk about my fatness, that's where the fat shaming comes, because I didn't ask you about that. I'm just chilling in my t-shirt like you chilling in your t-shirt. But you don't have the right to tell me that shit.
Okay, we were talking earlier, you coughed. I said, are they gonna say trend cough? It's like, but that's a form of being in shape shaming. So basically they're gonna point, you're muscular. Oh, he coughed. It must be a trend cough. So it's like, but that doesn't bother you as much because you look good. You're like, oh, that motherfucker wish he looked like me.
But at the same time, it's still, like
it's stink. I hate that shit.
So,
but fuck it. We're not gonna come up with a fucking term and be like, we need to stop this shaming of in shape.
You just said a few things, and one of the things you said was empathy. Now, I'm a confident person, so are you. Not everyone is. You know, so this shit can go straight over my head. You know, come on, man. Like, really, you're not touching me. But other people, not everyone's built like that. You know, so. Like some people gonna take things to heart.
I don't think people should be like, hey, you fat motherfucker. Like, that's not cool. Like, that's like, knock it off. But pointing out something like, you know, I guess what you said is accurate when it affects you, you know, because it does affect me sometimes. The airport today, I couldn't fucking sit down.
That's an example. So for example, when the fat shaming thing comes in genuinely, it's for someone doing something like this. You're at an airport, there's a lady in the queue, not bothering anyone.
Somebody take a picture of them. I don't like that. That's not cool.
That's fashion. Because what the hell are you doing?
That's not cool.
It's not cool.
I don't like when people do that shit with people in the gym, fucked up for them or not. And okay, if you give a fuck so much, go in like in a cool way and be like, hey,
for sure. I've done it myself.
Me too. Hey, you might want to try it like this. You might hurt your knee. But knock it off. Calm down. Like, who the fuck are you to? You know what I mean? You're taking a unauthorized video of this fucking guy. He's trying to fucking work out. He's not taking a video of you. He's not bothering you. That's some bullshit. But yeah, people should knock it off. If any of y'all do that shit, knock it the fuck off. You know what I mean? It's not cool. Because this is the thing. There's a guy, I got a private group on Facebook, right? Called Overtraining and the Alpha Mind State. And we just all be in there talking shit. People posting workout videos, progress pictures. This is a cool space. But there's a guy in there that be, you know, his form is a little questionable, but the motherfucker kind of big and he's strong, like cock strong, right? So I'm looking at some of the people just going in on him. I'm like, but he's stronger than you though. His form is not pretty. But he's doing it.
Is it dangerous?
To him, I don't know, but do these people really care? No, they don't. They just want to talk shit. They want to be elite. They want to have their perfect form with your little bitty weights. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced that back in the day. Like, if you motherfuckers with their book and their fucking percentages and all of this shit, and they look at me and Big Raw like, I'm like, motherfucker, you keep your book. You still weak. I'm still stronger than you, getting stronger, look better. What? So this one guy, me and Big Rob used to train in the morning at 10, and these guys coming around 1, and they're squatting. They thought they were like these legit powerlifters, and they're not. So they perfect form, all the fucking accessories and their books. And the one guy like, Mike, why don't you ever squat with us? He assumed that I don't squat. You know what I mean? Like I'm a bench press and curl guy. I'm like,
Mistake.
And look, that day I squatted already, but I can never turn down a challenge. Like, all right. So he goes, he does like 3 reps at 315. And you ever see somebody who, when they're coming up, their core is weak. So they kind of come down a little bit, like the core die, and then you get it up. So he technically mechanically squatted, but he ain't. I went over there and manhandled that shit. Yeah. I went over and rep that shit 20 reps. Like what? They was silent. Like, don't ever fucking doubt me, player. Never doubt. This is the thing. If I'm doing something, I'm gonna make sure I'm fucking good at it, or I'm gonna get out of that space. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna embarrass me ever. I'm not gonna do things that I'm not good at, or that I can't get good at. If I can't get good at, I can't figure out, I'm gonna leave that alone. Leave that to the experts. You know what I'm saying? So anybody else in the gym, fitness, athletic space, don't test me. You might get your feelings hurt. I'm fucking with y'all. Nah, but that was just a fun little thing, you know. But people want to call you out, cool. But it's good to be able to step up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? What if I couldn't, like, oh no, I gotta my knee, or I can only squat on Wednesdays. Like, nah, I squatted that day already. But I was like, fuck it, let me shut these guys up. You know what I mean?
See, I'm different to that because you know me now. Like I don't. I'm like I'll probably have been like, what day is it? Yeah, come check me on Sunday because I don't fall to people's bait. It just don't. You can't get me, man.
Right. But sometimes I just want to. People talk so much shit. Sometimes I really, when I have the opportunity to shut them the fuck up, sometimes I take it.
I mean, well, at the end of the day, if you had it in you to just rep out 20 for nothing, do the thing, man.
Yeah, sometimes I want to shut people. I want to see the reaction. I want to be fascinated by their reaction. Like, well, nothing else? Yeah, that's it? Where y'all going?
That must have been a shot, though.
Fellas, where you going?
That must have been a shot. It must have been a shot.
You know what I mean? It was a beautiful day. Like, you know, so, but we got different tactics, but still, you know, still effective. You know what I mean? And I respect that. And but that day I just had to. It was too easy. And plus at that time when I was still training people all the time, I was training fucking 5 times a day, like however many times. You know what I'm saying?
So you're always ready.
I'll get in extra work with a client. You know what I mean? So I actually miss those days. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man, because just being involved in so many things, it prevents me from training as much as I would like to train, you know? And the more I'm training, the happier I am. I'm just in a better mood. I'm easy. I can be upset about something, start training, 10 minutes later, I'm good. I'm texting that person like, hey, motherfucker.
Like, in the house the other day, I was just stressed because I'd just come back from Germany and I'd come back to ridiculous amount of emails. I had VAT to sort out. You guys, I don't know if you have tax here, but in the UK we have VAT, which is it's just value added tax. So I have to send all my stuff to my accountant. So I was just working, and I was stressed, you know. And Shan could see that I was stressed. What's the remedy? Sim, I think you should go gym now. You should go because gym. Like every time I will go gym, I will come back buzzing. She knows that. It's like, please, just go gym. Because any stress,
it's a high. It's a drug. It's a drug. So it's a drug, right? And it literally is a drug. So let's talk about drugs for a minute. So if someone was to take, you know, I don't know, cocaine and feel better, are they wrong?
Yes. I'm going to go with yes.
They're wrong because it's illegal. Let's say that wasn't a thing. This is a libertarian nation. You can do whatever you want. Are they wrong for taking cocaine?
Still yes.
Tell me why.
It's just like, I'm going to bring in alcohol. Are you wrong for taking? Okay, yeah. Let me just make sure the point makes sense. I'll just say it as it is in my head. when you take alcohol, there are levels. Yeah. When I went out last night, I had one drink. You know, I felt fine. You know, but if I was to have a drink to the point where I lose control of myself, or to the point where I'm not, you know, I'm not able to control my actions, I lose my mouth, you know, my mouth runs, or just all that stuff, then that isn't cool and that's not good. The cocaine, I don't know the full effects of it, but I know that the main thing it's going to do is change how you know, how you act or how you feel. Yeah, so you're not going to be fully, what's the word? You're not going to be at your best. And I think that is a negative. And that's the same with alcohol. So if you drink to a point where you can't control yourself, that is a negative. Same with, and cocaine, any drug that puts you in a position where you can't control yourself. Okay. And you can't.
But there's a lot of people. Now, there's a spectrum, right? Yeah, there's people get pissy drunk. There's people that fucking do all the drugs in the world. But there's also people who are ultra meatheads that lift weights and think they're fucking tough guys. Slam shit around and act like assholes. You know what I'm saying? It's a spectrum to everything. Let's just in this perfect world is down the middle, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have a few drinks, and like me, if I have a couple glasses of wine, I'm fucking chill. I'm funnier, I think. You know what I mean? And just having a good time. You know,
I've drank with Mike. Yeah. You know, the jokes, bro.
I don't get fucking crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and there's people that do cocaine every day, you wouldn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is this. I'm not saying these extremes when bad shit happens. I'm just saying, you know what? I'm fucking stressed out. I'm a fucking, I don't know, smoke a bowl of weed, or I'm gonna do this or do that or do that. Me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with none of that shit. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not in that man's life and body knowing what he's dealing with, right? So if somebody chooses to do something to make them feel better, as long as you're not stealing from people or hurting other people, fucking do it. Because me, I have my vices, like training is one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Mine too.
Like, so, you know, it's a drug. It's not like, okay, sit still and just fucking meditate and get better. Like, nah, I'm going to an external source of stimuli to make myself feel better. You know what I'm saying? It's not from my body. It's the gym. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I kind of feel. I think when I was younger, I was a little bit more judgmental against people that did drugs or whatever. But now I'm like, you know what? And I guess it's me being an adult and dealing with stress and dealing with life. And I'm a strong-minded person. There's a lot of shit that I can deal with that I know a lot of people can't. You know what I mean? So I get it. I understand. I understand when people.
It's for me. It's one thing to say that, but then to advocate that if you're stressed, finding something to let go, whether it's alcohol or drugs. Like, so it's not even just drugs. Alcohol's legal. It still doesn't lead down a good road. Even if it's alcohol, yeah, I'm stressed. Let me have a few drinks. It's not. That's not the best way to.
What do you mean for that person's health?
For the person's health, well-being, and whatever their task is, the drink's not going to help.
We can argue that it might be, though.
To what extent? But we've seen so many negatives when people get stressed and use alcohol as the vice.
Right, but you don't see positives as far as somebody, it really mellowing somebody out. You know what I mean? Maybe it might make somebody not slap their fucking boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a drink. I'm cool now. You know what I mean? Like I'm easy now. I'm good. And when it comes to health, like we notice there's things that we can do to damage our health. The repair is a lot quicker than the damage, or it might be equal, but the repair is pretty rapid. You know what I mean?
Personally, I don't think the health part is one of my main concerns when I think about it. I'm not really.
So you mean like a social?
Yeah. I'm just thinking of the person's well-being. And I don't think that whether it's the alcohol or the drugs, go into that vice instead of handling the problem and finding a way to actually solve it. I think that's not the right way to go about it. It won't lead you down the best way, I think. Whether that's, like you said, if someone wants to smoke weed to help them relax and chill, but you're relaxing and chilling, what is the task? Are you doing the task?
But that's the thing. Some people do. You know, I know people that are not productive until they smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? And then you can say, oh, that's a vice. Oh, you need weed to do this. But who cares as long as it's getting done? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It make that person feel better. He's feeling good, and they get it done. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I've become a lot more open-minded to that over the years. You know, it's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I am an extremely self-reliant person, and I've self-motivated, all of that shit. You know what I mean? But you know, I get it. I get it. I understand. I think my level of understanding, I always had a pretty good level of understanding, and I find it, I think it's growing. I understand things. There's things that I understand that I wouldn't do, but I understand, I get it. You know what I mean?
And then the other thing is, I'm not going to pretend that it's not through upbringing and the stimulus of what we see on TV, what we're told, that makes us automatically drugs are bad. You know?
Exactly.
So so obviously I'm trying to juggle things in my head,
right.
and bring my own. I'm trying to shield myself from that way of thinking.
Right.
But we are all conditioned with the drugs are bad. Now it could if it was to change, then what would the perception be for me if? Like at the moment, I think what is weed legal in California? You know, yeah. Kids now are going to grow up with it being legal, so that stigma there is already cut off. That's going to change someone's perception. So I'm trying to balance it all.
Just like alcohol in the prohibition days. I mean, alcohol, in my opinion, and I think the data shows, is the most dangerous drug out of all of this shit, and it's been legal for a long time. You know what I mean? So
that's why I was including it in my analysis of everything in terms of it changing.
For sure.
Way of thinking.
People who are drunk kind of scare me, and in a sense of like, okay, this person is not going to be rational at all. I've been in situations, bro, when I used to be out in the streets and I had my crew and my squad. I remember we'd be out. I'll never forget. This was like one of the last times when I was just so done with that shit. We was out. We was deep as shit. And it was a guy drunk as fuck talking shit to one of my guys, and then one more come, another one come, and they're about to, like, this guy would have died that night, like, for real.
His mouth still running,
and he just fucking going. I'm like, he drunk, man. Leave that dude alone. Just leave him alone, man. And they're getting fucking fired up because it's still stinging you, the shit that he's saying. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is an easy target. I'm like, leave the guy. He's fucking drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Worst thing is he probably won't even remember the shit
he won't. He won't. You knock him the fuck out. He's not even gonna remember that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing too, with people, man, knock somebody out, punch somebody, do this, do that, like violence. It's so silly because somebody can come up to you and say, hey Sim, hey Mike, fuck you, you're a bitch, fuck you and your mama. Okay, what do you do? Beat his ass, right? What happens next week? Hey, fuck you, you hit like a bitch. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep escalating it? Like,
what's the end goal, man?
Like, and I've said I'm an idiot for the times that I've been in fights. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, but it's so silly because it's like, what the fuck's gonna come out of that?
Well, like I said,
nothing.
Like I said in the last podcast, I came of age where I was like, yo, Sim, it doesn't matter, man. Let them win that stare off or that thing. It's okay. It's okay. And
it's so silly.
It changes your whole view on everything when that happens, man. Because even the things that we spoke about, that sometimes you can just let an argument go,
right?
Because it's not going to affect my life. You know, you can have that one. You get that for free. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like,
you give a person a look, like, and a look could say a lot of things.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So I give you the look, like, I will fucking destroy your soul right now.
But I'm gonna
let this slide, bro. This is fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's silly. I'm gonna go make some money. You know what I mean? But I'll destroy your soul. It's just
when
silly.
I was younger, it wasn't even a case of, how can I put it? It wasn't even a case of I thought I was that guy. It's just I can't lose this. What we're doing right now. I can't lose. I had incidents where there was like a group of guys. I'm on my own.
Right.
And I still can't, like, it's like, nah, you guys can't win.
Right.
You can't win, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and I'd got into scraps because of that, you know? And it's
same.
And it's so silly. But I remember how I felt back then, and it was like,
it's not silly, it's just, that's how you design.
Yeah,
I was like that too.
But then,
I've been there.
I'll give you, okay, this is like, in that, like the one I just mentioned, the guys came over, we worked it out. I'm 1 against 3. I'm not doing too well. And then luckily some guys that were just driving by came and stopped it.
Right.
But I wasn't doing too well. But so I put myself in that position just because I couldn't let a stare go.
Yeah, I've been there, and I remember this one particular time. there's so much going on. I had to focus on this one guy.
Oh yeah, you always gotta focus on one guy, man.
And everything else, it doesn't matter. I don't even feel it. You know, but it's all
you gotta get one guy.
But in a primal, silly, carnal way, that's glorious. That's dope. That's dope, bro. That's Braveheart shit.
I'll look back on the stuff, and you do kind of
Braveheart shit.
Yeah.
And those are people I want on my team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know,
I remember one incident. Back in the day, I don't know how it was here, but when the mobile phones came out, guys were on the streets looking for kids with mobile phones to rob you. You know,
like kids, like literally kids.
No, just like when I say kids, I'm a teenager. I'm 15.
Okay.
You know, like if your phone's on show, like. And you're on your own, someone might try and take your phone. You know? So I remember I had 2 phones, and I got on a bus, and I was sat down, and 3 guys got on. It was 2 or 3. One sat and he saw my phone, and I saw the look he kind of had, which was like a look where it looked like he was planning, and I still had that attitude back then. So he kind of signaled to his friend, and his friend sat in another position. So now I'm sat there thinking, they want to do it. They want to do it. Now my attitude was, I was getting fired up, thinking, I pulled out the other one, and I put it on my lap. So I was like, I got 2, man. I didn't look at them, but I was like, I got 2. Let's do it. Let's do it. But I think they clocked that I was in a different mood.
Yeah, like this motherfucker crazy.
Yeah.
Or what it is he's going to put up a fight. Like, I don't even want to bother. Because what bullies want is somebody they're gonna roll over.
Oh, for sure.
They don't want to fight.
Yeah.
They don't want that shit.
Yeah, not at all.
I had a situation when I was incarcerated. The very first time. This was in Duval County, Florida, and you can have regular tennis shoes in there, and I had some fresh ass Nikes, and our clothes was green, and my shit was like green, and I don't know, it was some weird color, but it was dope. And this dude that everybody thought was somebody, and keep in mind, I'm skinny as fuck, but I thought I was swole daddy. Roll up my little shit. I thought I was swole daddy. I was lifting back then. I was no testosterone in my body. You know what I'm saying? So he asked me what size you wear. 12, what's up? Like what I would do, and I think I still do this to this day in life, like difficult shit, I'll fucking run to it. Partly maybe I can scare it, make it think I'm crazy, or in part to psych me up to fucking handle it. But I was like, yup. And then I was like, wow, what's up? I wouldn't leave that alone. Like, what's up? Why you ask me about my shoes? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was younger. I was the youngest guy in there. I just stayed. He didn't want it. He's like, fucking crazy motherfucker.
It's not worth it.
That's
man.
what it is. They want a pushover. They don't want a glorious fucking bloody battle.
No,
they don't want that shit. They want, here, man. Oh no, it's cool, man. You can have it. You know, I remember no bullshit. You know, I'm jogging. I'm probably about 13, 14, because I started jogging at 12, so I was running all these years. And a dog, I heard like claws on the fucking, I'm like, fuck, there's a dog chasing me. He's starting to chase me. It was no way I could outrun him. It was all fucking opportunity for him to bite me. I turned around and started running at him like, I didn't know what else to do. Like doing all of this shit. And that motherfucker ran away.
Perfect.
I didn't know what was going. If we would have came at each other, I don't know. It would have been my ass.
Plan, but
no plan B. You know what I'm saying? I jumped out the window and it worked. It worked. I'm a risk taker, baby.
That's dope.
But I noticed when you have a fucking bully, and a bully ain't got to be a person, just a thing that an impediment. Fucking run through that shit. When I remember fear, I get fear, but I've been channeling that shit for years. I remember what time, I was younger, I got home and I heard some shit. I'm like, who in here? Like, where you at? Like, what? Like acting like I really, and I'm like really trying to, I guess I'm psyching myself up, but I'm fucking terrified, but I'm using that shit as fucking, I'm gonna get this, you know what I'm saying? And I've always been like that, man. Fear, fear, it's all energy. It ain't even fear, it's just energy. Are you gonna let this energy paralyze you, or are you gonna let this energy empower you, right? You gotta let it empower you. You gotta utilize that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because those only things that's gonna happen.
I might be quoting wrong, but did I not even like watch a video where I think Tyson was talking about, he's fighting. He's like, yo, in my head, I'm scared. I'm terrified. But, but that fear is just getting.
And you know why Mike Tyson was so fucking dominant in his day? Because he was scared. Because he was a tiny heavyweight. He was fighting big men. All right, so we lift weights. How much you weigh?
About 105 kilos, so about 230 maybe.
Okay.
Pounds.
So a 230 pound man. Imagine a 230 pound man that don't lift weights and is not fat. That's a big, strong motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big hands, big head. He was fighting those guys at 5'11". You know what I'm saying?
You see the fights where he's jumping up to try and get them, man.
So he had to use that fear as fucking empowerment, as fuel. You know, because a 220 pound man that don't lift and that's in shape is that's a fucking a specimen. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of weight.
That's a lot of weight.
To not have to really fucking do shit for it. To be genetically just put together like that. You know what I mean?
That kind of size,
and he was fighting guys like that who knew how to fight.
Yeah.
And wasn't scared of them. Like, cause this is a different era. That era, there's a bunch of fucking beasts. You know what I'm saying?
Solid guys. Yeah.
Solid, like scary division. Now it's not that bad. But yeah, he's a perfect embodiment of using fear for fuel, you know, or just energy, channeling the energy properly. Because when you really look at it, fucking fear, happiness, no, it's energy. It's all energy.
Yeah,
it's all just like I look at music and like the arts. It's all music. Why it's got to be country, western, rap? Like, no, it's music. If it sound good, I like it. If it make me feel good, I like it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to categorize everything, and when you start categorizing shit, you're gonna have a prejudice to something that you don't even know what it sound like. You know what I'm saying? No bullshit. I had when I was a trainer, and I would there's one little studio I used to train at. When my clients would come in, I let them plug in their iPods or whatever. And there's one lady, she liked country western, and I'm like, oh fuck. But she playing a song that was fucking dope. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And it sounded like some rap shit. Like the delivery was similar, and they were bragging about the big booty girl, like a big booty country girl. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I kind of like this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then me listening to Johnny Cash, I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? So this is like with life, I try to like break down barriers and categories and fuck that. I'm a fucking weirdo because I just go into it like a baby. I don't know shit. Let me experience it. It's like my kids, man. Like my daughter, I got a 2-year-old. Look, we go out, I let her do whatever. I just make sure she don't fucking hurt herself.
Yeah.
Dirty, rocks, whatever. Experiment, touch it, feel the texture, you know, learn, you know, let's run, let's just go, let's explore, let's go on an adventure. We so like safe, you know what I'm saying? And life ain't in the safe zone, you know what I mean? Life is in that unknown area. And this is the thing, bro, like ignorance is a beautiful thing, because when we are ignorant and when we are like babies and when we don't know shit, we have the opportunity to learn.
Sure.
When we already got, I've traveled, I've done this, I've done that. All right, you're good. You're good. Okay. I ain't did shit yet. Let me experience it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm like that with my kids, and I'm like that with myself. I'm like a big kid. You know what I mean?
Wanting to learn. Yeah.
I love learning. That's one of my vices is learning shit. Like I go deep on information that it doesn't help my bottom line, my businesses, none of that shit. But I spend hours on shit that I like to learn, that I'm fascinated by. When I have a little fascination, it's hard for me to just leave it alone. I gotta dive into it. And now we got the internet. Yeah. Wow.
It's funny, I do that. Like I do that a lot with movies. Like I'll be watching a movie and Shan's like if I have something that gets mentioned and I don't know it, I need to find out what it is. Shan's like, you're Googling blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah. I need to know, man. I need to know. Yep. You know, so yeah.
It's dope, man. Just understanding shit.
Yeah.
And you know, I be writing notes and sending it to people when I get off the plane. Cause I really study shit on the plane because I got time. And they be like, what are you doing with this? Like, I'm like, you don't think that shit is fucking fascinating?
Yeah.
Like that Fermi Paradox I was telling you about.
Yeah,
There's a lot of shit like that, man. It's fucking amazing. Shit that there's a lot of people that know that we have no idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, yo, I think it's on a lift.
Yeah, get a lift in, man. Like friggin' right now, like I told you, man, I'm feeling worse for wear, but I'm sure once I get the lift in, I'll hopefully wake up. I got a flight tonight.
Let's get some grub and let's go smash it.
Yeah, straight.
All right, cool. We signing out. Episode 2. Catch y'all later.